All right, friends, I'm back. Free NBA daily bets. My name is Eric, and I'm at my normal time. Middle of the night on Friday, February 28th. Let's take a look at these games, guys. Let's get after it. First game up, we got the Denver Nuggets heading to the Detroit Pistons. Denver played last night and lost. They're on a road trip right now, and they lost. They beat Indiana the first game, lost to Milwaukee last night by 9. Jokic played 38 minutes, Jamal Murray 40 minutes, Michael Porter Jr. 35 minutes, Aaron Gordon 33 minutes. So, usually Jokic plays on these back-to-backs, even with travel. Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon have been on the injury report, so maybe one of those two guys don't play. I think they both play, but you never know. You never know, guys. And then Russell Westbrook, he's kind of fresh off an injury. Does he play on a back-to-back? And he's older, too? I don't know. I don't know, guys. That's something to keep an eye on. For Detroit, if you've been betting basketball, following basketball, they're red hot. They've won like 8 in a row or something like that. So Dennis Schroeder, he is probable. And Fontecchio, he is probable as well. So they're all healthy at home. The fan base has been really rejuvenated. They've been going crazy at home. And, energetic crowds. Denver, Jokic is in town. I'm sure it's going to be a Friday night in Detroit. I'm sure it's going to be very lively with the home crowd. So something to keep that in mind, guys. Like the weekend crowds, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday crowds, even Thursday night crowds a little bit sometimes, they're a lot more packed, obviously. And so there's more energy. Everyone's more relaxed. They're probably drinking a couple beers. It's Friday night, they're really enjoying themselves at the game. Just keep that in mind, guys. Players feed off that energy, especially good teams. So keep that in mind. Detroit's definitely going to be feeding off that energy, and they're riding high right now. And who knows, Denver might not have their full squad. So Detroit, they do play Brooklyn at home tomorrow. So this is the front end of a back-to-back for them, but they're not looking towards Brooklyn, guys. They're not worried about Brooklyn. So, yeah, with that said, the spread is -1 to Detroit. Total's at 237. And I think the best way to go for this game, I didn't think about this, but now I'm kind of thinking about it in my head, is Detroit team total over. And why not, right? Because Detroit's just been on fire offensively, pretty much. They put up 117 against Boston, only 106 against the Clippers, but the Clippers, they like to play defense and slow it down. They put up 148, 125, 128, 132. I think Denver on the second half of the back-to-back, I don't think defense is going to be... they already don't play great defense, so Detroit team total over. That might be the way to go, or just Detroit to win outright. I'm telling you guys, I'm not convinced Denver's going to be at full health for this game. And I just think that Friday night home crowd for Detroit is going to be lively, guys. I'll take Detroit -1 if I had to bet it, and over 237. Let's move on. Next game. We got the Portland Trailblazers at the Brooklyn Nets. And man, guys, excuse me. I really, really, really want to bet the Portland Trailblazers. They're underdogs. It's +1.5 for and I'm just thinking Brooklyn's not a good team, and Portland's playing really well right now. But then I looked at the schedule and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Brooklyn is playing really well right now. They've lost 2 in a row, but before they've lost 2 in a row, they won 7 out of 9. And it's been a mixture of home and away. So they were beating Oklahoma City by 17 points, something crazy, maybe even 20 points at one time. And Oklahoma City had to roar back in the fourth quarter, third quarter to win the game. And I'm just not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced they're still capable of winning a game right now. The win at Philly was kind of it wasn't lucky. I mean, it was a hard fought win for them, but I just think Philly's just such a mess. They just kind of self-destructed. Same with the other win against Philly before the All-Star break. That was before Maxey. I mean, Maxey was out that game, and Embiid. Paul George only put up like 2 points, and he's like hurt. They beat Charlotte. I don't really give that any merit. So like their last 3 wins, I don't really, think it's, good. Honestly, it's just beat Philly twice and beat Charlotte. And then they did come back against Miami at home. That was impressive. I'll give a little credit there. Portland's rolling right now. They are rolling. So they've won 3 in a row. Before that, they lost 4 in a row to all playoff teams. But before they lost to all playoff teams, they had like they won like 10 out of 11 games. So I'm just like, why is Portland not a favorite here? I don't get it, guys. I feel like Portland's the right side. Denny Avdija is questionable for this game, and Jeremy Grant is too. I'm more concerned about Avdija being out because he's really good at like going to the basket and finishing and being an offensive spark for them. I mean, they have plenty of scorers on the team. Jeremy Grant is like a solid power forward too. Like, I definitely want both of them in if I want to bet Portland. For Brooklyn, Cam Thomas is back now. Cam Thomas is back, so this will be his first game back in like 3 months, essentially. D'Angelo Russell's still out. Now, they shot the lights out of the ball. And Nick Claxton returns from suspension as well, guys. So, Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton back in the lineup. Cam Johnson, Zaire Williams, Keon Johnson will be the starters, or Killian Hayes. And Killian Hayes played well last game. And, I mean, like I said, they shot the ball really, really well against the Thunder, guys. And Thunder are like one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. So, I don't know, guys. I'm torn on that one. I want to bet Portland plus 1.5. Over unders 218.5. I do not bet Brooklyn Nets games over. I don't care if Cam Thomas is back. It could be bad for the Nets. Cam Thomas could break all rhythm and just shoot a whole bunch of shots. I mean, he'll probably only play like 26, 30 minutes because it's his first game back, but I don't know, guys. I want to get there with Portland. I just don't know how to get there with it. We'll see. Okay, next game. It's the game of the day right here. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Boston Celtics. And let's see, line is -2.5 for Boston. And I don't agree with that. I'm already on Boston. I have a bad line, but I don't think it'll matter. I got -3.5, and it's a 5-unit max bet play for me. And it's just simple. Cleveland, I telling you guys, I'm not sold that Cleveland will go to. I mean, even the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, if they have to play Indiana, I'm not sold that they can beat Indiana in a 7-game series. I think they can beat New York in a 7-game series, and I'm not sold they can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series either. I do think Boston represents the East again. They're just too deep, guys. They're too deep. Now, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, those two guys are questionable. They missed the last game. That was the second out of a back-to-back. That's scheduled. Like, I feel like Jaylen Brown at worst should be good to go for this one. I hope Drew Holiday as well. This is the start of a 7-game homestand for them. For Cleveland, they're rolling. They're undefeated after the All-Star break, 4-0. They've won 8 in a row, guys. 8 in a row as well, just like the Pistons. They've won 8 in a row. So nobody plays on Saturday. No one played yesterday. Focus spot, ESPN game. I just think Boston outclasses them at home. I just think it's a little disrespectful to have Boston this short of a favorite. Boston at home in the NBA Finals are like -7, -8 point favorites. Like, the best team in the West was an 8-point underdog against the Celtics. So, I'm sorry, Cleveland. Like, no, you're not winning this game. I just feel very convinced on that. Could they? They absolutely could. Cleveland's very talented, but I think the Celtics get the win here and snap their little 8-game win streak that they got. Over-under's 231.5. A little bit of under money's coming in right now, and the last game was 112-107 in Cleveland. Both teams didn't shoot the 3-ball very well. I think it's too low, guys. I know Celtics play a defensive game, but the 3-point shooting is just too good for both these teams to be like low 230s. Like I feel like it should be like more around 235. But I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things like, hey, if Boston really controls the pace and controls the game like I think they will, then yeah, it probably does go under. They probably play really good defense. They probably hold them to like, not great scoring and all that stuff. So I guess I'll lean under since I do like Boston to win. Okay, next game up we have the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, sorry guys, Cleveland's injury report. They're healthy. They're good to go. I think it's like one guy on there that doesn't even matter. Okay. So Oklahoma City, they'll be without Alex Caruso in this game. They just barely escaped Brooklyn with a win. Now they're in Atlanta, and then they play San Antonio on Sunday at San Antonio. So a little 3-game road trip for them, and they're in Oklahoma City Thunder form. They're winning good games. They're winning a lot of games. I mean, they have lost 2 recently to Minnesota. They did have that collapse the other night, but they bounced back nicely in the fourth quarter. But still got the win. Trae Young is probable, and everybody else is healthy, good to go for them. That's been playing. Obviously, Jalen Johnson's still out. They just lost at Miami. Miami shot like 53% from 3-point range, hit like 23 threes or something like that. Like Miami couldn't miss, guys. So the Hawks have lost 4 out of 5. Before that, they had won 4 out of 5. So 5 and 5 in their last 10. And again, just going back to that Friday night home crowd in the A in Atlanta, like Oklahoma City's in town, that place should be packed. That place should be sold out. It should be. There should be a lot of good energy going on in Atlanta. So I like the plus 12.5, guys. I'm going to bet it. Or I'm going to bet team total over. The total's at 241, 242. I can only see it going over, guys. I mean, the Thunder play really good defense. Say that Atlanta has an off shooting night, that could happen. But Atlanta doesn't play much defense. The Thunder should be able to drive the pace and or drive the scoring, and then Atlanta will just keep playing fast, and Thunder will just fall into that fast play. And I do like over 241.5. I do like that a lot too. I like Hawks team total over. That'll be like 121 minus 6, 115. So maybe like 114.5. I like that a lot as well. I think plus 12.5 is the best way to go, though, guys. And I'm definitely going to make that a play, for sure. At least a 3-unit play. I don't think a 5-unit play, but probably a 3-unit play. Okay, next game up. We got the Indiana Pacers at the Miami Heat. The line is plus 4. Wow, there's some Pacers money coming in, guys. Open -3. Now it's up to -4. Indiana, the road favorite. The total is sitting at 225.5. And last time these two teams played, Indiana blew them out. The Heat were definitely feeling like Jimmy Butler fatigue and like news, and like just didn't show up very well. Indiana leads the series 2-1 this year. This is the final meeting between these two teams. Doesn't really matter because Indiana is going to make the playoffs and not the play-in, so like playoff tiebreakers don't really apply here, so to say. So so Indiana won by 20 against Toronto last game. They're like really healthy, I believe, except for TJ McConnell. I think. Let's see, is TJ out or is he in? Let's see real quick. TJ, he's questionable, guys. So everyone else is good to go. Halliburton's good to go. Apparently he has like a little ginger groin going on that he tweaked a little bit. But other than that, they're good. They're good to go, guys. And this is just the thing with Indiana. They will get up for big games, but like before the season started, there was a picture of like Halliburton with like three women, and you know he was just like really enjoying himself, and it was like taking it like in the middle of the night, and he posted on social media. Like obviously that guy likes to party. You know, they've been in Miami since Thursday. They don't play until Sunday. You know, last trip to Los Angeles, they took care of the Clippers, and they came out flat against the Lakers without LeBron and lost. So, and then they went to Paris, France, and they lost the first game to San Antonio. So, them going down to Miami, like getting out of Indiana, the cold weather, and like going down to nice warm weather in Miami, I don't know, guys. I don't know if they're going to be completely focused. They're coming off a 20-point win to Toronto. They've won 4 out of their last 5, beating good teams in the Clippers and the Grizzlies, and they already beat Miami twice this year. Like, I can only look Miami, guys. +4 with Miami. I can only look that way. Miami does have Bam Adebayo questionable and Andrew Wiggins questionable, but at the same time, I believe both of them were questionable last game, and they ended up playing. I believe they play again, and they are coming off a huge win in terms of, beating Atlanta is a big win for them. They won 131-109. They play New York at home on Sunday. No back-to-back for them either. I think they're focused, ready to go, guys. I think they're going to give Indiana some trouble here. I like the play. Give me the points. +4. Give me the points, guys. Over, under, I like the over. If I think Indiana's not going to be extremely focused, then I like the Heat to drive the points, because Indiana won't play good defense, but they still play fast. Indiana will wake up in like the second quarter, probably start shooting the ball better. I like it to go over, guys. The last time that these two teams met, it flew over this total, so I can only look that way. All right, next game up. We have... Well, I guess, last game, Heat team total over 113, be like 111.5. I don't know. I like +4 a lot, those guys. I will say that. Okay, next game. We got the Toronto Raptors at the Chicago Bulls. And here's the thing about the Bulls, guys. I've watched them a lot recently, and they do what they do, and that is play fast, shoot a lot of threes, not play very good defense, and that's kind of what they were doing in the beginning of the season, and then they stopped doing that. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but now they're back doing it again, and it's clear as day. And again, like I said, Friday night home crowd, gonna be good energy in the building. These guys are probably gonna be jacking up some shots. That's just my opinion. Vucevic is doubtful. Patrick Williams, Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is questionable. Patrick Williams is out. Kevin Huerter's been playing well. He's on the bench. Trey Jones is on the bench as well. Josh Giddey, Lonzo Ball, Kobe White, Matas Buzelis are the starters. So, and Ayo Dosunmu, he's questionable as well, I believe. So, I say all this because I'm torn on this game. I want to bet Toronto. Now, Toronto will have Jakob Poeltl here. He's available. Scotty Barnes is questionable. I would like Scotty to play just because he's good at finishing around the rim, and the Bulls won't have any rim protection. So if I do end up betting Toronto, I don't need Scotty Barnes in there, but I really, really want him in there. The line is the Bulls -2 right now. Like, there's money coming in on the Bulls. I don't agree with it. The Raptors. Let me see here, guys. These two teams just played. Well, they've played 3 times already this year. Let me see. Chicago, the Bulls. So they lost 122-121 on Monday, December 16th, and then they lost 122-106 Friday, January 31st. Yeah, so just recently they lost to them. So, like, I love Toronto here, guys. I am pretty confident I'm going to bet them. They've lost 3 times to them. Sorry, did I see that right? I thought they played them 3 times. Maybe I'm not seeing that right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. My fault. Oh, no. They've only played them twice. They've lost twice already to them. They play them on April 3rd again. So, yeah, I like Toronto, guys. I got to get there with Toronto somehow, some way. Again, like I said, Chicago's defense is not good. They play fast. If you're not sure Toronto's going to win, just taking their team total over might just be the safest way to go. The total's at 235. So divide that by 2 is like 118. 118, 117 and a half maybe. So I think the game's going to be like 118, 116, something like that. Oh, no, sorry, 118, 117. Yeah, 116 and a half. Raptors don't score a lot of points, guys, but again, even though they don't score a lot of points, they can score points against the Chicago defense. The Chicago defense really does not care about playing defense at all, guys, at all. So I'm big on Toronto here, guys. Pretty positive I'm going to get there with it. Sorry, let me put the Raps here. Yes on the Raptors. Okay, next game up. Oh, over/under. I can only look over in Chicago games right now. Like they're really just a confident offensive team, and they're just looking to shoot the ball, guys, and play no defense and play fast. Okay, next game. All right, I'm on this game already. This is a 3-unit play for me, official at my Twitter at EasyMoneyWins. Show some love, guys. If you're listening right now, drop a like on the YouTube video, comment, follow me on Twitter, tell a friend. I appreciate it. I know there's people listening to me all over the world, which is like pretty crazy. I'm like kind of a small podcast YouTube channel. I only have like a 100-person audience, maybe a little bit less than that. So like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Just tell a friend, show some love. I appreciate you guys. All right, so yeah, 3-unit max. I mean, not max. 3-unit regular play for me. Memphis Grizzlies -3.5 at home against the New York Knicks. I'm playing it now, just in case Karl Anthony Towns is ruled out. Over/unders at 245, and man, I can't bet Memphis games. I'm not going to try to get cute there if Cat doesn't play, but these two teams played recently in the season at Madison Square Garden, and the Knicks embarrassed them. They won 143-106 on January 27th. I'm telling you guys, again, Friday night in Memphis, Knicks are in town. Like, no. This is a circled spot for the Memphis Grizzlies. They are going for blood. There's no doubt about it. They're going for blood. They're very healthy. Desmond Bane is questionable. I hope he plays. I think he plays. They're very deep, though, if he doesn't play. But, yeah, I kind of really want him to play, guys. But anyways, if Karl Anthony Towns plays, I still like this -3.5. He's been out of the lineup, so like I don't know. I think at home short number with the Grizzlies, that's just easy money, guys. Okay, and then yeah, like I said, I can only look over. But honestly, if Karl Anthony Towns does not play, I think under 245 is the right way to go. Under 244.5, and especially if Karl Anthony Towns and Desmond Bane don't play. I have to bet that under. My hand will be forced to bet that under. I don't want to, but that would have to be done. Okay, next game up, guys. I was in a good mood, guys. I was in a good mood, and you know what? Just looking at this damn Phoenix Suns logo right now is just pissing me off. I'm sorry, guys. I might go on a little bit of a rant here. Phoenix is a spineless team. They have no heart. They have no care. They don't hustle. They don't play defense, and they are I don't even know what you call them. They're a dead team walking right now. Literally, they have no care in the world to make the playoffs or the play-in. And I'm telling you, the only person who cares out there is Devin Booker because he knows he's going to be there for a long time. Everybody else doesn't care. Kevin Durant is just like knows he's gone. He knows he's gone. He's gone, guys. Like if you really believe Kevin Durant will be on the Phoenix Suns next year, you don't know what's going on. Kevin Durant will not be there. The only reason he didn't want to get traded was because he didn't want to move. And you might think that that's silly or like not believable, but like when you get into your mid 30s, like you're just comfortable with where you're at, and like you don't want to go through a big change. Like maybe when you're younger and you're like in your 20s, like hey, like let's do a change. But Kevin's already got rings, he's already got MVPs. Like he's not chasing. Like he's content with just going out there and hooping, and that's it. Like he's not pushing anybody. He's not like trying to get anybody better. He's not like none of that, guys. The Phoenix Suns are a dead team right now, and that's who they are. That's absolutely who they are. So people will still have like 20 games left in the season. Guys, I'm telling you, they're the worst ATS. They're the worst team against the spread this season. They will probably still continue to be priced way too high, guys. Way too high. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I hate fading the worst ATS team in the NBA this late in the season because I feel like they're due for some wins, and I mean they're really bad. They're only covering like 34% of their games, which is like record setting, like worst ever in the NBA. Like it's approaching that pretty much. And I'm telling you, this line's -6. I can only look Pelicans +6. I mean, if Zion doesn't play, then okay, then I'll look. But I'm not going to bet them. I mean, screw this team. I'm so sick of this team. Over unders 237. And like I said, Kevin Durant's still going to go out there and give a good effort trying to score. Devin Booker will too. So and like the rest of the team is going to go out there and try to shoot well. They are. Grayson Allen's going to try to shoot well. Royce O'Neal, Bol has some stuff to prove. Like Tyus Jones, they are going to do that, guys. But they're not going to play any defense. And I can only look over again. Guys. The total flew over kind of last night. They lost 124, 116. I just creeped over, but yeah. Give me the Pelicans +6 and give me the over. Next game up. I'm not even going to look at the minutes logged in that game, guys. I'm just so mad at Phoenix, man. They're just such an annoying team. Okay. We got the Timberwolves at the Jazz. And this line's low, guys. This line is low. I'm going to have to bet this before I go to bed. Oh, yeah. You know what? And if you listen this far, in the show, let's just take a look, guys. Let's take a look. I do this all the time. If you win the game, even as a favorite, you cover the spread. You just do. If you can win the game, you cover the spread. Obviously, if you win as an underdog, you're covering the spread. But, okay, so New Orleans won as an underdog. So basically what I'm saying is if you can pick the winners, you can pick the spreads, guys. Dallas did not cover as a favorite. They only won 103-96 against the Hornets. I think that was like a 9-point spread there. Milwaukee won as an underdog. Golden State won, covered the 4.5, covered the 5.5. They won by 6. Now the Lakers are playing right now. They're looking like they're gonna win, but it's 98-93, so a 5-point game. They do need to get, yeah. I mean, if they win by 7, they'll beat the closing number. So, even if they win by 6, I think they beat the closing number. So, yeah, Lakers looking like they're going to win and cover. So, just one team last night, guys, who won and did not cover. And that was with like a 10-point spread, 11-point spread. And that's when, once it gets into double digits, that's not like a gimme. Anything less than 10 points, anything less than like really 8.5, 7.5 points. Usually teams that win, they cover the spread. Not always, but more times than not, a profitable proposition for sure. So if you feel very, very convinced and convicted that team's going to win, most likely or not, they're going to cover the point spread. Okay, so why I'm saying that is because the Timberwolves are minus 4.5-point favorites right now. Early line. That line's going to jump up, guys, in my opinion. Utah, let's see who's on the injury report for them. So Colin Sexton's out. Lauri Markkanen is questionable, but he's not been good this year, guys. Lauri Markkanen has been really bad. He's shooting like career lows. I have no idea what's going on with him. Colin Sexton is questionable for this game. Sorry, my apologies. Colin Sexton matters, guys. He matters. He's actually one of the few guys on that team that, well, they actually play hard at home, but like I think he really cares. I think Lauri Markkanen just going through the motions. John Collins just goes through the motions. He's questionable. I mean, John Collins, like what I mean by he just goes through the motions, that's just like the way he plays. Like he just kind of goes through the motions. Like he'll give like, you know, the right, like, oh, I care, like type of attitude and behavior, but like he's not really about that, in my opinion. Like he's just kind of out there trying to be in the right spot at the right place and try to be a little bit vocal here and there and all that stuff. Yeah, so, well, all their starting lineup might be intact. Isaiah Collier, Colin Sexton, Markkanen, John Collins, and Walker Kessler. Yeah, I could see that. Keontae George is playing really well. Jordan Clarkson plays well. I like the young guys. I like KJ Martin. I like Bryce Sensabaugh. I like Johnny Juzang. Cody Williams. I like Kyle Filipowski. They just came off a really bad loss to Sacramento. Okay, all right. I'll step back. Guys. I'll step back. But, you know, they might make it interesting. And we'll have to see who plays for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards did get ejected last night against the Lakers. Let's see how many minutes they play, because there's only like 2 minutes left in the game. I can get a pretty good feel for the minutes here. So no one played heavy minutes. Nickeil Alexander, 32. Jaden McDaniels, 34. You know, nothing crazy there, guys. Nothing crazy there at all. And so, I mean, I would expect everybody plays. I don't know if Dante DiVincenzo plays because he's fresh off an injury. Maybe he does not play. But I don't know, guys. They're going to lose this game most likely to the Lakers unless they hit a lot of threes here in the final 2 minutes. I like the Timberwolves to win this game. I like them to win this game here, guys. I know it's second night of a back-to-back. Little bit of travel, not really. Utah's tough at home. They are tough at home, but Utah has the Pelicans on Sunday. You know, maybe they'll get their win there. I don't know, guys. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just mad because I've bet this Utah Jazz team whenever they don't play well. And I stay off of them, and then they do play well. So, I don't know. Full strength roster for Utah. Timberwolves off a loss, though, here. Let's check the Timberwolves schedule real quick. Let me just look at it. Yeah, they've lost a lot. They've lost 5 out of their last 7 games. Once the Lakers game goes final. Oh, they're going to play at Phoenix on Sunday. Oh, I think they beat them too. That's going to be the ultimate, like... Well, no, they play Phoenix one more time after that, but... yeah, I hope that line actually goes down, stay like -3.5. I see it at FanDuel. I like that. Oh, man, over-unders 225.5. I like that over. Because I know Utah's going to try to score. And Minnesota can score too. I think that's a for sure bet for me, guys. I don't see why that doesn't go over. Minnesota's going to try to get a win, so they're going to try to shoot the ball. Second night of a back-to-back well. Like, they didn't shoot the ball well tonight. Yeah, I like that over a lot. I think I'm going to get there with that, guys. Okay, last game up. We have the Los Angeles Lakers hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. So the Clippers are technically on a road trip right now. Technically, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game road trip broken up by the All-Star break. But really, I mean, they live in Los Angeles, so them playing the Lakers 2 games in a row, like they play them on Sunday again. Like, they're home right now. They're sleeping in their own beds, you know. They'll probably like meet at Intuit, whatever their new arena is, and then bus over to Los Angeles. I don't know how they do this thing. So yeah, they'll probably do that. Lakers, like I said, they won. Let's check their minutes. It's now 94. No, it's now 104-97. 95-107. See, they're gonna win and cover most likely, guys, as favorites. Let's see. LeBron put up 35 minutes. He's been playing on these back-to-backs, and he's been probable, so his calf must be feeling pretty good. Austin Reeves played 35 minutes. Luka doesn't play these back-to-backs, but maybe he does play this home-and-home back-to-back here, guys. Maybe he does, you know? I think he does. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Everyone else, no heavy minutes, though. Yeah, just Reeves 35, Doncic 33, LeBron James 35. No one else over 30. Let's take a look at the Lakers. Well, no, they play the Clippers on Sunday, so that's what it is. So, yeah, the Clippers have lost 3 out of their last 4. They just beat the Bulls by 5. Kawhi Leonard returned. Norman Powell is questionable. I really hope he plays, guys, because I want to bet the Clippers here. I really do. And Ben Simmons is playing for them. Bogdanovich played really well last game. Coffee is playing well. Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn. I like the Clippers, guys, in this spot. Lakers have been rolling, right? Lakers have won 4 in a row now. Against some good teams too. You know, all by like 8-point margin. And yeah, they're up by 9 with 1:22 left now. Yeah, I like I just think the Clippers get them here, guys. I think the Clippers do. If not, I think the Clippers win Sunday. I would be pretty surprised if the Lakers win both of these games. Short number, +1.5. Clippers. Let's see, the over-under's at 220, 1.5. Huh. That's interesting because Clippers play defense and the Lakers play defense. But for some reason, excuse me. Tired, guys. I'm ready to go to bed. But for some reason, I don't know. I feel like it's going to go over. Clippers do like to play slow, but Clippers team total over might be a good spot. It'd be like 110.5. I like that, guys. Okay, so those are all the games. Sorry, I kind of rambled there. Appreciate y'all for listening. I really do. I hope you guys show some love. Drop a like I said. Drop a comment. Follow me on Twitter. I like the conversation. This is my passion. I love sports betting. And yeah, I mean, like, only like a month and a half left for the regular season, and then we get to the playoffs. So this is a really good time for basketball. It's been a really good time betting the NBA for me the last like 4 seasons that I bet the NBA. So I mean, I'm very hopeful to start making some money here, guys. So let's do that. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.